Peace and love, children of the sun. We just gonna go over all the viral clips this week. And we laugh not to cry, man. This is comedy for the gangsters, man, because every gangster that I pretty much come across is conscious, man. At the end of the day, you know, they pretty conscious, bro. You know, especially if they claim something from Chicago, man. Growth and development, Black Prince Stone. Most of this stuff comes from Black Panthers and Morris Science Temple and Nation of Islam. You know what I mean? Even on the West Coast, community revolution and progress. Brotherly love overrides oppression and destruction. Things of that nature, man. So at the end of the day, man, we laugh not to cry, man, but
Get the door, open the door.
Man, fuck you guys, man. I ain't do shit.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Fuck.
Where? Oh my god!
Yeah. My fucking rap up right now, man. Fuck.
Shut up. Oh, you want me to look at? Holy shit.
we're gonna talk about the Kai Cenat situation where he tried to do a charity event. It led to a riot. Now they're trying to say he incited a riot, which he did not do. Free that man.
Yes. The influencer is charged. He's going to be charged with multiple counts, at least 2 counts of inciting a riot, unlawful assembly, and a few other charges.
Are you going to charge Kai Cenat?
Yes.
You can see there's a large crowd here. We're hearing estimates of thousands and thousands of people who showed up, and clearly NYPD is vastly outnumbered in the situation.
Stefan, I don't want to interrupt you for one quick second right now because you're looking at live pictures of a car that was literally covered with people, and we do believe that that was the vehicle that had Kai Cenat in it, which you can see now looked as though could have been leaving the area.
You got Trump getting indicted for the 3rd time. Man.
I did it again. We're a nation in decline. This is a horror. Thank you. Thank you for the somber news. I just got indicted again. I just got indicted. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got indicted. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, press cut for it's time. Get the camera crew in here, okay? Are we filming? Just tell me when we're filming. Okay, just give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
These brothers in the feds, man. Fugiano, the Psycho, Psycho Bob or something like that, and Glock 9 all posted up taking pics together. You got Kodak, man. People saying, man, they worried about Kodak and how he's been acting on live lately, and now you see he's in a hospital. Maybe he was dehydrated like Dirk. Who knows? Then you got him with the Bootsy beef. Bootsy mad. He did a song with 6ix9ine talking about you sold out for $1 million, and then Bootsy goes on Twitter and posts a video of Kodak mooning the crowd, trying to say that Kodak's zesty. But in reality, you try to sign Kodak for $10,000 and he didn't do it, and he went and got a multi-million-dollar deal. In reality, Bootsy looking like he hating because your son Tootie didn't get that feature. Now Kodak's charging people $250,000. He don't want to swap it out all the time. He don't want to swap out a verse. Your son didn't get a feature, 6ix9ine got one. That's a whole nother story, you know. So he calls Bootsy Pussy. You know, then you come back and say, oh, well, you were in PC. But There's a guy that was in Angola that just did a video saying that you wasn't even on death row like that. And you had a lot of complaints because of diabetes, and they had you in your own little section because your health issues and things of that nature. You know, and Kodak's like, man, this dude went broke. You know, he trying to sell his Rolls Royce. He repoed his daughter's car. He's lying, saying that he paid cash, but the baby mama came out, said that it was financed, and she filed child support back in 2018. So they had a problem with tracking you down, but that can't be the reason you took the car back. So that's a whole nother issue. Now, since Duck has died, it's been 3 years, and it was just Duck Day. You got people showing love recently, like Sexy Red and a female named Juicy Fruit from Tennessee, and even Wiz Khalifa at one of his shows. Even Kevin Gates spoke out. It's just funny that once Vaughn dies, everybody want to come out the closet that they Duck lovers. You know, even Take Capone was like, man, I grew up with him before the beef, and he was about that life, and he was a real fighter, and he was a real dude. But at least Take Capone giving him his flowers. You got YouTuber, who I've spoken to a few times, BMG Upper Class. We were supposed to do an interview. He then got shot. Survived 3. Said that he turned around, tried to grab the gun, got shot in the leg, the ass, and the abdomen, or the arm, or something like that. But he came back popping his shit. Should have never got him started. You got McConan, who was signed to Drake and got dropped for being zesty. They say he got a song with NBA YoungBoy back in the day. Well, they teamed back up. Not only did NBA YoungBoy tattoo a nail polish bottle on his arm, and he got a casket with an upside down cross, and got his baby mama's name on him, a bunch of different things, but they're pointing out the whole nail polish stuff and how he's hanging with McConan after McConan just posted that he started this gay stuff. Then the recent videos of him, there's 2 videos of NBA YoungBoy seemingly looking like he's twerking on his homeboys. Then there's the video where Herm was sitting so close to him on the couch, which I just believe they had a small couch and they were using an iPhone to shoot the video. They probably ain't had that much space. If you look at the videos with him backing up on his homeboys, the newest one, the guy kind of moved out the way real quick, and you know, NBA YoungBoy had the liquor in his hand, so I don't know if he was paying attention to where he was going or what was going on. You got the Island Boys trolling. One of them talking about he's GAY after his homie called him out on live, and he said, nah, he just got an OnlyFans contract, and that's why he kissed his brother, and they got all these views, and he's still knocking down all the women. Then you got Adam 22 questioning his sexuality, and he's saying no, he's still hetero, and that he still messes with women. But he goes on TikTok and says that he's a top. But you see he's trolling because he's laughing. He can't even get the troll out. So clout is a hell of a drug, man. People do whatever to stay relevant, but I don't believe them boys are GAY at all. Just like I don't believe Lil Nas X is. Hell, I don't even believe Uzi and Cardi is, man. It's just a lot of trolling, man. Just like Thugger was doing it and 6ix9ine was doing it.
So what made you do it?
Do what? That's what I'm asking.
This shit that's going all over the internet, bro.
Like, what? Making out with my brother?
Yeah.
I'm signed to an agency on OF, and what's it called? I make a big ass bag.
Oh, sounds logical.
Huh?
Sounds logical. Ain't nothing
Yo, you're
wrong
so stupid.
with it. What?
Bro, bro, like, fuck my crib echo like a bitch. But, bro, like, fucking, like, if people judge me for that, I don't give a fuck. You wanna know why? 'Cause at the end of the day, bro, I fuck the shit out of bitches. I love bitches. I love bitches. Love them. Love them. On my mama, you guys, y'all know I love bitches. Y'all seen the way I'm a lover boy. I've been a lover boy. Y'all know that. And what's it called? So I love bitches stuff like that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, you gotta put it to the game. Make that, you gotta make that extra. You gotta make that extra level.
Hey, tell him. These bitches still gonna fuck though.
Bro, these bitches wanna fuck more. They wanna fuck more. Bro, hey Charles.
Friends are sitting right here, and I'm trying to picture myself making out with them, and it just really sounds unappealing. How did you get over that? Were you disgusted by the idea at first, or how, like I don't even know where to go with this. Like how did you feel about it?
I mean, we're twin brothers. We came out the womb together. We grew up together. It's not really disgusting if it's twins. Your friend, you don't really know him like that. We're still heterosexual. Yeah. So we kind of just made out or whatever. We kissed and then we just like looked the other way for a few minutes and couldn't look at each other. But it wasn't that big of a deal. Just I'm never a bottom. I'm a top. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that for real. You gotta support me because you feel me. I like men, and that's just it is what it is. I'm a top, but I'm a top at the end of the day. That's just what's going on.
New crypto billionaire turned up deceased, but this time he was totally mutilated. Remember, it was 4 that are deceased and the Cash App creator that is deceased. And I don't believe the story about the Cash App guy beefing with his brother-in-law, whatever that is. I don't believe none of that. You got 051 Young Money Kiddo linking up with Mob and JHE members, Ruger and Lil Mo 6 Block. So if you know the beef and history of Chicago, at one point Young Money was cool with Jarro City and things of that nature because of Melly and Duck's relationship and Motor living out in Jarro. Kind of good they're getting some allies because, Young Money's known to beef with everybody. So they're pretty much looking like they're outnumbered, but at the same time, they're dropping the most. Drake got $1 million Tupac ring. You got 3 family members. They starved in the mountains trying to live off the grid, trying to eat canned food and vegetables and things like that, and they were found deceased. You have the writer's strike that's going on in Hollywood. And recently, Netflix is paying millions out to AI generators and creators. You got the United States trying to audit taxpayers about PPP, but they don't want to do audit on the 116 billion that went over to Ukraine. Make it make sense. You have Soulja Boy having to show his financial statements, and it then came out that he is the first to get exposed as being a broke rapper. That's one thing he's the first at, because he's had 3 lawsuits with women. Remember, the girl was held hostage and formed to do sexual acts, and it was one of Soulja's homies that was part in that, and the case got dropped for lack of evidence because it took years to go to court. But then he had an assistant who has a restraining order against him. She says Soulja actually assaulted her and held her hostage a few days. Then you had him attack Nia Riley, marriage boot camp, whatever the show was, and that was on TV. So 3 women, but one of them was granted over 200-something thousand, and he's showing the judge he can't even pay rent, where he's paying like $25,000 a month or something like that. So he's in hot water right now. That's why he's quiet. You have a cat burglar who went through the roof of a bank. He stood on top of a trash can to get up in there. He went and did the burglary. As soon as he came out, police was already waiting, and he fell into the trash can, and they arrested him. You got a boxer who did something gruesome to his pregnant girlfriend. You got Playboy Cardi showing love to his bodyguard. I guess he got tired of people running down on him for doing domestic violence to their sisters. You got Flacco from No Jumper beefing with Punchmade Kev. Now, Punchmade Kev was just recently shown in social media for being a #1 scammer, and his video getting taken down because it's being investigated, and YouTube turned it over to the police. Well, now Flacco's saying he got scammed, and he wants everybody to jump on his bandwagon and try to take this character down. You also have Flacco saying some weird suspect stuff, talking about, is it too early to talk about this girl that's looking decent at the age of 18? He shouldn't have did that with all the allegations with No Jumper and Adam 22. You got Mellow Bucks, who's from the No Limit area, Cairo's sister. She's been making headlines and teamed up with Kashmir and Amari and some other Chicago girls. She's saying that people are doing stuff out of fake love just so they can say they did it for her. You got the female boxer Clarissa Shields wanting to box a man with the last name Thurman. Don't really know who he is. You got the Bible plague, leprosy, popping up out of nowhere in Florida, of course. Just like monkeypox popped up out of nowhere. Just like the zombie virus popped up out of nowhere. Come on, man. Another thing, you don't have to be a citizen to be a cop in Chicago. They need police that bad. Rapper 350 Heen, he was taken out at his mixtape release party. He had a record deal. You had YSL Mondo, the guy who says he co-founded YSL and did a No Jumper interview and been all over IG going viral talking about Gunner. He done got arrested on unrelated charges dealing with weapons and narcotics. You got a Wendy's worker indicted because they created a fake employee and did a money scam. You got an LA rapper whose body washed up on the shore. He was in a barrel out in California. You got Lizzo being canceled because she fired some of her dancers for gaining weight and also making women eat bananas that were used in some sex acts. You have Uzi calling Young Thug his OG. You 28. Thugger's 31. How is he your OG? You've been throwing up slime forever, acting like you YSL, but now all of a sudden you want to put out a Barter 16 wearing a red rag, acting like you're channeling your inner thug. I remember reading years ago, y'all had 1,000 songs together. Why you just don't put out a compilation album? Why do you have to copy his whole style? Even take your perm out and put some fake dreads in. Just let your hair nap up like NBA YoungBoy be doing and make everybody think you got dreads. But what's weird is you got Birdman on video and taking pics with him like he's co-signing it, when barter was a disrespect to the Carter. And what's even more weird, why Birdman wasn't indicted when he's on the wiretap talking to Roscoe after he shot up Lil Wayne's bus. Now Roscoe did his time, but now they rearrested him out in Vegas because he's been on the run since the indictment. He's already did his time. How you gonna put that man back in jail? And a missionary did a scam for 10 years and made $30 million on some Bible scam, which is so sad, man. You got Chief Keef removing Almighty Sosa from all the DSP platforms as his new Almighty Part 2 coming out. You got Snoopy Badass doing an interview on No Jumper, talking a lot of shit about a lot of people and about his snitching allegations. But now that thing caused him more drama because more people have released the real paperwork and people are dropping their affiliation with him, just like Snoop did when Snoop had signed him to the new Death Row. You got Cardi B with the water incident. She told people splash water on her, but then when a girl tried to do it and some ice hit her, she threw a mic at her. Then they put out a video of Cardi B throwing a mic at her DJ in Vegas. A video resurfaced of her throwing a shoe on Love and Hip Hop reunion. And then we all know she threw her shoe at Nicki in Paris, and Raw put the beats on her and left a knot on her head. So it's looking crazy. She's even throwing items at Offset in the News Jealousy video. So Akbar subtweets and disses Cardi. Now, if you don't know who Akbar is, she's the lady who said she used to give Thugger head all the time and got into it with his ex-fiance and he slapped her. And you didn't really hear her screaming YSL after that. But then she got on a remix for Nicki, and then all of a sudden she starts fake beefing with Cardi. Now, what's crazy about it, she's going at Cardi again, but she's the same woman who didn't have custody of her 5 kids, and she got some money from Love and Hip Hop, was able to get custody of some of them. And then she started screaming, I'm rich, bitch, going at fans on Twitter. Then she just had a video where she was like intoxicated and said, oh, when the Illuminati comes for me, I'm going to sacrifice a bunch of you people, and was crying hysterically. So it might be some mental health issues. You got Lil Meech cheating allegations. Summer Walker got tired of it. Now what's crazy is you had the clout chaser, the #1 clout chaser, who tried to be Superhead and talk about all the people she slept with. The Spanish girl, whatever her name was, the one that was with DJ Academics, and said he bought her a G-Wagon or whatever, but he claims she was tricking on him. It hit different when she does revenge porn because she had been sleeping with him up until the week that he started messing with Summer Walker, and she posted her giving him sloppy toppy in the bathroom while her friend recorded it and put it on her OnlyFans. He said he was going to sue her. Summer Walker stayed with him. Then another chick posted a picture wearing the chain. Summer Walker jumps in her DMs. She claims, oh, it was his bodyguard, and that's how she got the chain. We all know that's cap. Stand on that business and let her know you was getting with her man. But now you got him getting caught on 4K on the Ring camera in Houston, and they done posted him cheating with Summer again. But he said he was helping his cousin with groceries. Y'all tripping. Leave that man alone.
Let's go see if I should have been a detective. Oh my God, no, that's really her floor, bro. And you are the rat. Oh my God. OMG. All right, y'all, let's go see.
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. We went to the grocery store, man.
Dropped a perk in his drink, and I don't give a damn. Nope, sure don't. Hands out what you working with. Shit, I gotta turn it out to a split. Hey, I'ma do you first.
What the fuck?
I'm a bad girl and I'm looking for a son. I'm gonna shake my ass. You better go. You better. This one's running hell. You man. As you should be. Hold on. She's fucking in the bitch while they're dropping on the dick like, oh shit. Hands out what you working with. Shit, I gotta turn it out to a split. Hey, I'ma do you first.
What the fuck?
I'm a bad girl and I'm looking for a son. I'm gonna shake my ass.
Let's go!
I'll beat your ass,
Let's go!
Hey!
What?
I'm ready.
Get straight to the point. Oh,
Most ready.
Favorite actor from Euphoria has passed away. His manager came out last year, said that he was struggling with Xanax and drug abuse and depression. And his dad just died in Ireland, and he was very sad, and he ended up overdosing. Don't know if it's accidental or not, but it's very sad. They even gave him a mural out there in Cali. He went viral when they showed an old video of him working at a restaurant being a busboy, and then he became this famous actor, you know. He was involved in a hit and run. He had drugs on him and had to flee the scene. So he made the news one time for that, but he was struggling, man. And, you know, mental illness is real, man. You know, we all go through it, man. That really hurt my heart, man, because they already locked him up on Euphoria. So we didn't know if they was going to bring him back. Like the girl Kat, she's no longer on there. And somebody else, I think, wanted too much money, so they weren't bringing them back. And then now he's dead. So Euphoria, it's going to be different, man, when it come back around. It's sad, though. Rest in peace. You got Gunner, still number one. He did over 70,000 his first week. That boy say he was tricked into saying that YSL is a gang. He thought that he ended his own indictment, but a proffer deal is only to get other people in trouble and to do a plea deal. But what he don't know is if someone snitches on him, he doesn't have immunity. And that's what just happened with Keefe D and the whole Tupac indictment 25 years later. You got 200 abductees or human trafficking victims being found allegedly. You got Ice-T speaking out about the whole Jamie Foxx issue and everybody calling him a clone. You got NBA YoungBoy's tattoo controversy with the upside down cross and Playboy Cardi buying him an upside down cross chain. Now remember, NBA YoungBoy converted to Islam and put out 2 mixtapes with Islamic names when he was under Kevin Gates. He got mad. Kevin Gates wanted 20% for helping him get the deal, and he felt like he was being robbed. But now he's saying that he's Christian and he got converted out there in Utah, and he's taking pictures with all these white people and calling them his family members because they converted him. But at the same time, you rock an upside down cross. Make it make sense. A juror on the Melly's case said that Melly's mom was lying, that 9 jurors had him as guilty. And only one was trying to fight and force everybody's decision and lied and said that the other 2 agreed with her that he was not guilty. So actually 9 people said guilty, but Melly's mom went on Twitter and said 9 said non-guilty. So I told everybody they were going to retry it. Everybody thought he was coming home. They're going to retry it.
Now a juror has described deliberations to local10.com. There was one juror who had issues with the foreperson from day one, the juror said, at one point folding her arms and saying, "Done." The former juror described this juror as saying she was there to cause chaos.
You got Lil Durk wearing these Croc boots, the same company that put out the Mario World red boots that the Simpsons cartoon predicted. The same company, Mischief or whatever, that put out the satanic Lil Nas X Nikes and had the lawsuit. Yeah, those people. Sexy Red being accused of stealing. Say that down, ho. Say that down, ho. It ain't my fault. So she used 2 other people's hooks to make her own hook in her song. And the guy spoke out and she was like, "You just mad that I'm popping." But he showed evidence where he sent her a feature and she took a piece of his song and made it her own. Same thing Yo Gotti did, and he had a $2 million lawsuit. He didn't go to court, so he ended up with a $6 million judgment. Melly's victim, Juvie, his mom spoke out on Twitter. You got Adidas showing how much they've lost. Stop posting that. Y'all cancel Kanye, called him a Nazi, but they say Adidas is set up by those same people. Tori Kelly collapses from a blood clot. And you know that comes from taking the jab. And it's crazy. Dr. Fauci retract all his statements. Florida wants to ban the jab. You know, several articles came out talking about blood clots and cardiac arrest and myocarditis, which come from the jab, but they're trying to retract statements and act like it's just normal. When have you heard of people just passing out from this type of, man, it's crazy. But and you got Hillary Clinton's daughter trying to push that on her kids, like they're really going for population control. Bill Gates bought over 2,000 acres because he wants to put it in cattle and put it in the veggies. Sad news, man. Gilly's son, Cheese, he dies in Philly, just like Oskino's son died, just like Freeway's son died. You know, pray for Philly, man. Ruby Rose took a sexy picture with gold grill in her mouth. Little booty shorts on. But she just practiced Ramadan, so it's two sides to Ruby. I don't care what you say. That's wifey. I don't care how many people she done dated in the industry. Let's see, NBA YoungBoy using his pet cat's Instagram page to talk in third person, saying that he's taking 20 Xanax a day and nobody's really there for him. Where's his wife at, man? Saying that he's peeing blood and he really needs help. Somebody help that man. He's going crazy in that house. Let's see what's going on. Oprah, which we all know is an Epsteinite, one of them people that are walking around with the ankle monitor, and they tried to say that her nonprofit organization in Africa was linked to human trafficking. Well, now her religious spiritual guru has been linked to child trafficking. Just like Madonna when she deleted all her pictures off social media and they said that her nonprofit organization in Africa was linked to child trafficking. An actor named Jim claims that the CIA is linked to child trafficking. I done seen plenty of videos of whistleblowers that are in the FBI that have called out the government. They're even saying the new administration is flying all these kids on these planes without their parents and being separated from their parents and supposedly getting dropped off in New York to these safe havens. And New York claims they lost $20 million since all these immigrants showed up. But apparently a lot of these kids aren't showing up. Yeah, the whole film just came out about this. And it did good in the box office, supposedly. Michael Williams, the actor, Omar from The Wire, one of his drug suppliers is 72 years old. He's only going to get 2 years in prison for selling fentanyl out here taking lives. Judge Mathis supposedly pulled the blicky on some city workers. Remember, he was just vouching for Southwest T from BMF's ex, who's trying to come out with her own version of BMF and using Jess Hilarious and Vivica Fox. Well, supposedly Judge Mathis said he from them streets and he's from the D and he knows the same people and he vouched for her film. But yeah, y'all gonna stop playing with Judge Mathis. He could tell if you smoked crack. Okay? He's a street dude. Terry Crews comes out about his porn addiction. He had the same problem Kirk Franklin had. There's a video of a cop finding a head in a bucket. Yeah, a severed head in a bucket. I guess it's from the same lady that severed the man's sex organ during her fellatio act. NLE Chopper supposedly ruined the Nelly It's Getting Hot in Here, but yet they're claiming it's a TikTok trend that's blowing up. But Twitter says something else. He's the same guy that said that his catalog is worth over $1 billion. He sold about 16 million records, but hey, you could do that if you got a record that goes 4 times platinum and maybe 2-3 others that do it. If your albums ain't going platinum, that don't mean nothing. You got plenty of people that just do good with singles, but according to him, he's the best rapper alive. Hey, I like NLE Chopper. He tried to come back with a positive album. Y'all didn't like it. It flopped. So then he came back doing the whole slut me out OnlyFans. And when his friends do this, he turns into Melly. Pop, 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 pop. did that little scene in the video. So he's back on his gangster stuff. Then he clicked up with DD Osama and said, if you naughty bop, you're going to get dropped. But then he took a picture with the guy who came out with the Naughty Bop song. I don't believe he knew that was the guy, though. They was just clout chasing on NLE. Leave that boy alone. I respect him because he went down to the Watts and he did a nonprofit charity event. Offset gets backlash for his Angela Yee podcast interview where he said he can't handle it if Cardi cheats on him, and he spent $10 million on that cooch, and it's his, and if you play with him, you're gonna die about his wife. That is his wife. Don't play with him. Stay out her DMs. Then he comes back and says that he was drunk and that she didn't cheat. To me, I think it was just promo for the whole jealousy video, man. You know what I mean? But like she said, she want to call her grandma, and she trolled him back, and she said, don't listen to that country, man. They're just young and in love, man. Leave them alone, man. Let's see. Elon Musk says that Lil Bron had the myocarditis, and that's why he had the heart issues, because he took the jab. Elon says that he almost died because he took it and had heart issues. But my thing with him, he's promoting Satanism, running around with a whole knight armor with the goat on it. But it's not the Baphomet goat, it was the Azazel goat, the upside down pentagram one that they use for Satanism. You guys keep mixing the two up. But maybe he's confused, but he's running around sporting the Knights Templar, him. He put up that picture of him, Kanye, and Trump. Everybody want to be Knights Templar. Uzi running around with the cross, a fake tattoo on his tongue. You got the Douce bottle with it, We got a female football player being drafted, just like the movie that came out a few years back. We have a naked lady on the highway with a firearm, letting it ring. Rah, rah, rah. We got Beyonce's mom going through a divorce. We just seen her at that all-white party where everybody was acting zesty, and she was riding in a drop-top Rolls Royce with Kelly Rowland. Okay, out in the Hamptons. We got Floyd Mayweather saying that he lived on the corner where Tupac got shot in Vegas, and he never told anybody. But the way the video clip made it seem like he was saying that he witnessed the murder. And he turned around and retracted his statement real fast. We got Keefe D indicted for running his mouth. I already spoke about that when I spoke about the proffer deal with Gunner. You did a proffer deal for regular Los Angeles, not for Vegas. Your house was in Vegas. They raided the house. Supposedly they found some .40 caliber shells. Hopefully that's not from the same murder case. A cop just revealed that you were selling some items from the Tupac murder, which is crazy. You already wrote a book about it, but you did way too much, and you're talking way too tough in these interviews on these podcasts. They have subpoenaed every podcast that you did an interview with, so you can't blame Vlad TV. You called it upon yourself. And when they asked you, did Big Dre do it? You said, oh, you trying to get me indicted? Thinking, oh, the cat's out the bag. They know I lied about my nephew, Orlando, and that's going to reopen the case. Now, the case is reopened because there's a whole TV show out there, and they discovered that they been had the murder weapon for 20-something years, but LAPD did not release it to Vegas. They actually wrote on the document, do not release this weapon. And they lied, said that they sent it to Vegas. Vegas said they never received it. So they've had this murder weapon all along, and they knew the whole time that you guys did it. You know, gets deep. Reggae artist Mad Cobra got caught with 2 kilos and a gun in South Carolina. So he's going away for a long time. He didn't learn his lesson from Buju Banton when he got caught for conspiracy to move some bricks. You got Hassan Campbell, the man who was taken advantage of when he was a kid. You know, Hassan said that he was thied by African Bambaataa. And that he never got hit in his backside. He was thied. Then another time he talked about how he'll suck some before he'd bow down to you bloggers or something like that. He's always saying suspect stuff. Well, he has a son out there who was GAY, who's now full-blown trans and who's gone viral for all the plastic surgery that he's had. And he never was really in his son's life. But what I've noticed a lot of times, if you see what's been going on in the news, a lot of these GAY male couples have been touching the kids and been making the news for exploiting kids. Or a lot of gay married couples, their kids end up gay. People try to say they're born this way, like it's a genetic gene, but nah, this is a learned behavior. And I'm not trying to say he did anything to the little boy to make him that way, but Hassan says he ain't really have a relationship with his son like that, but it's very strange. You were molested his whole life, and then when he was a teenager by African Bambaataa, the guy who claims that he was doing time for some bodies and he beat the case. And people said, well, how are you letting people take advantage of you as a teenager? Then he turns around and says he doesn't want nothing done to African Bambaataa, or that the hood should do it for him because he doesn't have it in his heart to do it himself. And everybody's like, what about you backing out and unplugging somebody's plug? What about all that tough talk? Where's that energy when it comes to African Bambaataa? Whack 100 said, yeah, you was letting him put something in you. That's why he was putting something in your fridge. You talking about he was feeding you. Yeah, he was feeding you some other things. Then you want to turn around and say, oh, I would have had you coughing up blood. You would have said that to my face. He did say it to your face. And you was acting like a full-fledged groupie with 6ix9ine. Talking about, will he give you a car? And it took a rat to get you in a building with millionaires. Yeah, you was eating meat that whole interview, but then try to talk tough, talking about you had killers with you in the building. But everybody said them dudes had AARP cards, that they were old 50-year-olds. Come on, man. You always got to go on the block and say, look, I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm outside. People who are outside ain't got to do that. Okay. Okay, Nick Cannon. It has revealed his soundtrack list for the love drama in his life. He has 12 kids, and it showed that he double backed on a couple of baby mamas. He'll go mess with her, put a baby in her, go to this other one, then go back to her, then go to this other one, then go back to her. He's did that with 3 baby mamas. You got drill artists from Brooklyn, 22G's, crashing out on live, threatening to off his baby mama and her mama as soon as they touch down in New York. He gonna send them hitters because he don't want her taking the baby away. 24 hours later, he posts that he needs bail. Guess they must have got him for threatening, making terroristic threats online.
This stupid ass bitch, boy. This stupid ass bitch. Let me TPO, Tori, what's the word, gang? This dumb ass bitch trying to call the jakes on me because she want to go to New York with my kid. Like, nah, let him chill with me. He good with me. He don't want to go to New York. You don't got no motion. You don't got nothing going on. What the fuck he going to New York for? You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck he going to New York for? For what? To see who? This weirdo ass bitch. Watch, your mom gonna die, nigga. I'm gonna get your mother smoked. Watch. I hope you watching this. Trying to get your mother killed. As soon as y'all land in New York, watch. You gonna see it. I'm not playing. Don't play with me. I'm not playing. Like, fuck is you choking the baby? Yeah, like, the baby crying. The baby don't want to see his mother, nigga. Bitch slept out. Like, bitch, you sleeping out on your jet. Leaving me in the crib with the little nigga so you could just go to sleep. It's not even like you partying or doing. You just wasting time. You wait. Like, bitch, nobody out here. You playing games, bro. You out here. You know if I'm bugging the fuck.
Okay. You got a judge being caught on their phone during the murder trial of a 2-year-old. They're on social media scrolling the whole time. Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. You got young Miami saying that she's tired of being outside. She wants to get married. Then she caught some backlash because her son was tipping some strippers backstage at Rolling Loud. Somebody was coaching him, showing him how to tip. And it was a man. She was not present. One of the fans said, "Guy, your kid is only 6. She said, "No, he's 10, and corrected him. Not a good look for young Miami. Okay, you got Post Malone saying that he's drug-free. He's just a alky and he just drinks and he's never done hard drugs in his life. But several videos show this man acting strange on stage, looking possessed. There's videos of him trying to dance and collapsing. This ain't the same Posty who has the whole game that he plays where he tosses the little ping pong ball into the little cup. He's supposed to be a professional drinker, so it ain't no alcohol making you act like that. Then there was a kid that was popped in a car and dropped off on the street. He ran to somebody's house, ringing the doorbell. It's caught on the Ring camera, and he's screaming. I thought it was a female screaming. I mean, I got shot 5 times. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I didn't shit or piss on myself. Didn't panic at all. I was the only calm person in the room. My friends was from out of town, and they was panicking. They didn't know what to do. I had to guide them what to do because we was at my other homeboy house, and there was no house phone. And I had to tell them to go to the apartment pool and use the payphone to call for an ambulance. Okay. But it looks like little buddy must have been sliding and he got backdoored by his homies, because why is you wearing a hoodie and a mask when it's hot outside? You got a cop that hid his car under an 18-wheeler to catch somebody speeding. He's out here acting like he's in the damn Transformer movie or Mission Impossible. You got Lil Baby on the stage. His knees go out on him like Rick Ross on that diving board. These guys get rich and they dress crazy. Why is he wearing bell bottoms? He looks like he should be on the Fat Albert cartoon dressed like that, man. He's looking crazy.
Baby knees give out at Rolling Loud. Nobody's seen Lil Baby niece give out at Rolling Loud.
You got Lil Herbert, Little Herb. I'm not going to call him G Herbo because you're not a general. Like Cairo said, he don't know why you changed your name to G Herbo. Don't know where that came from. You didn't put in no work. You're not the real 150. EBK Juvie says that too. Now, he says he pleads guilty. And he knows phone them ain't gonna tell on him like YSL told on Thugger. EBK Juvie said, nigga, we worrying about if you gonna tell on us. You ain't never did nothing. You a civilian. PGF Nook caught with a switch facing 10 years. He was just online a month ago showing us some switches and his homeboy was like, that's mine, he capped. And one of the guns he showed got took from him, from somebody, and FBG Butter was clowning on him about that. You got Bootsy swearing that he's bigger than Jay-Z in the South. He thinks he's Future. You got him saying that he inspired a generation. Now you have him saying that his words changed things for the young youth. Dude losing his mind out here. He's also calling his son so fine instead of saying handsome. Talking about his son could get any woman and all this kind of zesty stuff, which is crazy after you just said what you said about Kodak. You got Shy G's, one of the YGs, having a seizure on stage. You got C Blue reacting, saying, hey, he done been shot twice. Now he done overdosed. He got 6 lives left. Delonte West denies sleeping with LeBron's baby mama. Nobody cares. That was a decade ago. And he's looking worse. You got Sassy DD Osama goes to Oblock, shoots a video, has the Oblockians talking about they smoking a Lottie. So the YGs in New York get mad. You have Paparazzi Poe, who used to be a Brim, switched to YG years ago, did about 10 years in jail, had to fight for his life all the time because people associate him with his father. He says he doesn't condone snitching, but Al Poe is still his daddy, right? Now, he gets into it with 600 Breezy after 600 Breezy tries to sneak diss DD Osama, talking about he don't know that guy, but he's down with the YGs. Well, Paparazzi Poe said, you run with King Von. You a op. How you down with the YGs anyway? Who are you? He said, dude, you run with Billy and you be dick eating the ops. I'ma see you. He said, all right, I'm about that. Then some little young Oblockians are in New York talking about smoking on Lottie. How these little kids get out to New York, and we know they don't have no guns because of gun laws. But it looks like people are trying to turn it into a New York versus Chicago thing, just like when Bobby Shmurda and Rowdy Rebel first came out. Nobody wanted to respect New York, but now New York is some of the biggest connoisseurs of drill music from Chicago. They're buying all the damn albums. Like Lil Herbert said, that's one of his biggest markets.
You tell a guy sassy. I'm sassy myself, man. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, how you sassy? That's crazy. Look at me.
Oh, we could tell.
Y'all alive?
Yeah, they gonna lie.
Put me on that bitch. Lottie smoking. Y'all alive?
Who we smoking on?
Lottie, and we in the city, nigga.
Lottie.
This niggas wanna dance on me.
We got ASAP Bari getting jumped in the hood after he put the beats down on a man that broke in his car and stole his jewelry a year ago. And he caught the man in the park, so they had to jump him. You got Blueface trolling y'all again, asking his son if he's gay. Trying to go viral again. Just bought his baby mama a G-Wagon. Doing shit to piss y'all off.
Gay?
No. What the f are you talking about? Come on, here, give it to me.
You got a man trolling Gunner, talking about is he a rat? Look at the rat. Then his security stepped up talking crazy. He said, I don't know why you stepping up. I'm just going to sue y'all. And he kind of made himself look like a coward, though, online.
Look at Gunner a rat. Check him out. I said, look at Gunner. No, what you said for that? Whatever I wanted to say, brother. Why you can't repeat it? I just want to repeat. Check him out. I just want you to repeat. So you can look for Rich, I do something. I just want you to repeat. So I can sue the hell out of y'all. I don't give a fuck. Look at him, sure. Look at Gunner a rat.
You got a man trying to go viral at a funeral, putting a blunt in the mouth of his dead brother in a casket. You got a man who paid $14,000 for a costume made for Halloween to imitate a dog, and he's in the streets wearing the costume, looking like a fool.
Who spent $14,000 to transform himself into a border collie, has released the first footage of his walk into public. He's a Japanese man, and a German news company came to film him in his first step out into public as a border collie, full-size man in a $14,000 border.
You got Derrick Rose spotted on the street chilling. Look like he's in his warm-up clothes or his gym clothes. And somebody acting like Derrick Rose is broke because he's in the hood. You got YK Osiris promoting some gold grill company. He done got a grill in his mouth back home in Duval, aka Jacksonville. Talking about he's back on to the old street, YK Osiris. But I've read comments from females saying they don't even claim him in Duval. And he kind of made himself look like a fool after what he did with Suki. Then he did the little video acting like he has writer's block and he's writing some music. But, bro, you done took so many years to come out. You done made yourself look like a fool crying over a little baby and Drake. Made yourself look broke, gambling and owing everybody money to the point where Drake tells you to sing your song and you ain't got to pay him the $60,000 you owe. I mean, he just needs to put out some music, bro, because it ain't working for you right now, bro. And his ex-girlfriend came out talking about he's gay, and she caught him in bed with a man. And this is after he went on Breakfast Club, and they asked him about him being on vacation in Jamaica with Diddy. So that may be why Suki ain't want to kiss him in the mouth.
Y'all really sitting here telling me that's not Derrick Rose. I can't stand y'all. That's D Rose, bro. That's D Rose. That's D Rose. I ain't even gonna bother him. He on the phone with somebody talking business. That's D Rose. Y'all really.
My man Osiris, he swung through Infinite Jewel. We got him right.
Yeah.
We got him back on the Duval shit. Y'all ever in the city swing by the stove?
Oh God, got me back on my Florida shit. That way he got me back on the older side. He got me back on the older side. You know, I'm about to turn up on you niggas. That way he got me on. So guess what? If you blame a nigga, make sure you blame him. Cause I'm back on my old shit now. Oh, yeah.
Take a loss if you come to front, baby.
You got a TikTok user doing the NPC challenge, trying to turn up on somebody who was picking at him.
Hey, thanks for the gummies. Hey, fuck nigga, what you said? What you said, fuck nigga? Hey, what you said, fuck nigga?
You got the government talking about UFOs are real. We see all the video footage on Instagram. And I'm not talking about Project Bluebeam that was written about in a book, that was written about on Behold the Pale Horse, with y'all fake holograms so y'all could fake an alien invasion, so y'all could put us on this 15-minute city lockdown and force the jab on us.
Transparency when it comes to UFO sightings.
And doesn't just exist, but exists an infinite number of.
You got Fat Joe revealing that he's jealous of Drake. Well, you said you blew $10 million. You were pulling out $50,000 a day. You said that you bought people jewelry and had them riding in Escalades, but that's your terror squad crew. You said that when you claimed you were broke, a lot of people left you. What can we say, man? What did you do for other rappers as far as buying them gifts? We seen Drake do stuff for Yachty, for 21, for ASAP Rocky. We haven't seen you buying no gifts for anybody. Only thing we seen was Big Pun's baby mama claimed that he was shitted on. But according to your records, he did get his money. He went double platinum. He ghost rode for the Terror Squad soundtrack or compilation album. And he was given over $1 million and compensated. So maybe she thinks he was supposed to get more, but hell, most people were getting jerked back in them days. We were told you sell $1 million, you get $1 million. So, I mean, you said you gave him over $700,000 one time. So we definitely know he got over $1 million. So we don't know what she's talking about. We just know it's bad blood because you didn't go to his little honoring where they gave a street, named it after him in the Bronx, because she was going to be there. It's sad, man. But we definitely know you helped put a lot of people on. You know, only thing is you did not put on Trick Daddy. He was already signed to Luke. And maybe you were confused about that. But you definitely helped a lot of people in the industry, man. And we definitely happy that you did what you did for Ja Rule and revived his career so he could get some money, since he got caught up in that scam in the Bahamas. And the guy who got sued is trying to involve him again and trying to pay back these people. He's definitely been getting shows and interviews, you know. So we do salute you for that, because that was an epic versus battle. All the ladies that are Ja Rule fans, I never had an album, but my baby mama definitely did. And when I watched that versus, I realized, dang, he actually was Drake before there was a Drake. And I kind of liked the songs. You know, 50 had us thinking these singing niggas ain't cool. But 50 is a hook master and known to sing. So Ja Rule said 50 finessed us. It's kind of funny. But
the chick with the big boobs at the Drake concert scores a contract with Playboy. And let me tell you why I might be jealous of Drake, right? I've never seen a guy people love more, okay? Because there's rumors this airplane, which looks like the flyest plane in the world, was actually given to him by a friend. Someone who wants to be down with the man who has a 15-year run of unstoppable hits. Then there's a guy who owns all the crypto shit. He buys the Tupac ring for $1 million and gives it to Drake. Who the fuck is giving people this type of shit? Yes. I'm not making this shit up. Bro, they won't give me a fucking pack of socks. They won't give me a croissant. This is some bullshit. I don't Yeah, they billionaires, but god damn, why don't a billionaire give me some shit like that? I don't know.
We got ASAP Bari getting jumped in the hood after he put the beats down on a man that broke in his car and stole his jewelry a year ago. And he caught the man in the park, so they had to jump him. You got Blueface trolling y'all again, asking his son if he's gay. Trying to go viral again. Just bought his baby mama a G-Wagon. Doing shit to piss y'all off. You got a man trolling Gunner, talking about is he a rat? Look at the rat. Then his security stepped up talking crazy. He said, I don't know why you stepping up. I'm just going to sue y'all. And he kind of made himself look like a coward, though, online. You got a man trying to go viral at a funeral, putting a blunt in the mouth of his dead brother in a casket. You got a man who paid $14,000 for a costume made for Halloween to imitate a dog, and he's in the streets wearing the costume, looking like a fool. You got Derrick Rose spotted on the street chilling. Look like he's in his warm-up clothes or his gym clothes. And somebody acting like Derrick Rose is broke because he's in the hood. You got YK Osiris promoting some gold grill company. He done got a grill in his mouth back home in Duval, aka Jacksonville. Talking about he's back on to the old street, YK Osiris. But I've read comments from females saying they don't even claim him in Duval. And he kind of made himself look like a fool after what he did with Suki. Then he did the little video acting like he has writer's block and he's writing some music. But, bro, you done took so many years to come out. You done made yourself look like a fool crying over a little baby and Drake. Made yourself look broke, gambling and owing everybody money to the point where Drake tells you to sing your song and you ain't got to pay him the $60,000 you owe. I mean, he just needs to put out some music, bro, because it ain't working for you right now, bro. And his ex-girlfriend came out talking about he's gay, and she caught him in bed with a man. And this is after he went on Breakfast Club and they asked him about him being on vacation in Jamaica with Diddy. So that may be why Suki ain't want to kiss him in the mouth. You got a TikTok user doing the NPC challenge, trying to turn up on somebody who was picking at him. You got the government talking about UFOs are real. We see all the video footage on Instagram. And I'm not talking about Project Bluebeam that was written about in a book, that was written about on Behold the Pale Horse, which y'all fake holograms so y'all could fake an alien invasion, so y'all could put us on this 15-minute city lockdown and force the jab on us. Nah, we ain't falling for that. And it then came out that the whole invasion in Iraq was fake. Trump revealed that there was no weapons of mass destruction. Come to find out, y'all are trying to get to the ancient artifacts from the Anunnaki and the Sumerians that were over there. Or the fallen ones, the Watchers. You got Crip Mac showing off Snoopy badass baby mama, which he just said on No Jumper that she's using him for clout and she wants to be a rapper. He got 3 babies with her, but he wouldn't give her no clout. Okay. Well, if you didn't have a failed career, maybe she'd be able to get some child support about you. But your career is nothing, so how can she use you for clout? Crip Mac definitely is going to pay for it like he did with Lily Cakes. You got a daredevil that jumped off the 68th floor and died, plummeted to his death. You got the streamer Speed in the hospital with a sinus infection, looking like he got stung by a bee on his eye. And his fans were trolling him. He's trying to get to so many streams and the number kept going down. These kids get paid to do stupid shit like let off fireworks in the house. No talent at all. I don't understand it. Like, why are you guys paying money to watch these guys? All Aiden Ross does is troll people with gay jokes, inappropriate jokes, make people uncomfortable. He's addicted to lean. He acts like the biggest groupie of Andrew Tate. And he sits up here whining and crying all day and cussing out women and talking crazy to them and doing fake E-dates. I don't see why y'all spending all y'all money on watching these kids. And half the time you're just trolling them talking shit. You got DJ Envy caught up in a real estate scam. And once again, Ricky Rose, wants to troll him and kick him while he's down. Delonte West denies sleeping with LeBron's baby mama. Nobody cares. That was a decade ago. And he's looking worse. We thought he got picked up and cleaned up by one of the old coaches. Guess that didn't happen. That was a clout move. You got a cop that hid his car under an 18-wheeler to catch somebody speeding. He's out here acting like he's in the damn Transformer movie or Mission Impossible. Death-defying stunts. You got Post Malone buying a collector's card for over $1 million. Looked like a Harry Potter magic card. Some people just got money to waste. We got ASAP Bari getting jumped in the hood after he put the beats down on a man that broke in his car and stole his jewelry a year ago. And he caught the man in the park, so they had to jump him. You got Blueface trolling y'all again, asking his son if he's gay. Trying to go viral again. Just bought his baby mama a G-Wagon. Doing shit to piss y'all off. You got a man trolling Gunner, talking about is he a rat? Look at the rat. Then his security stepped up talking crazy. He said, I don't know why you stepping up. I'm just going to sue y'all. And he kind of made himself look like a coward, though, online. You got a man trying to go viral at a funeral, putting a blunt in the mouth of his dead brother in a casket. You got a man who paid $14,000 for a costume made for Halloween to imitate a dog, and he's in the streets wearing the costume, looking like a fool. You got Derrick Rose spotted on the street chilling. Look like he's in his warm-up clothes or his gym clothes. And somebody acting like Derrick Rose is broke because he's in the hood. You got YK Osiris promoting some gold grill company. He done got a grill in his mouth back home in Duval, a.k.a. Jacksonville. Talking about he's back on to the old street, YK Osiris. But I've read comments from females saying they don't even claim him in Duval. And he kind of made himself look like a fool after what he did with Suki. Then he did the little video acting like he has writer's block and he's writing some music. But, bro, you done took so many years to come out. You done made yourself look like a fool crying over a little baby and Drake. Made yourself look broke, gambling and owing everybody money to the point where Drake tells you to sing your song and you ain't got to pay him the $60,000 you owe. I mean, he just needs to put out some music, bro, because it ain't working for you right now, bro. And his ex-girlfriend came out talking about he's gay, and she caught him in bed with a man. And this is after he went on Breakfast Club and they asked him about him being on vacation in Jamaica with Diddy. So that may be why Suki ain't want to kiss him in the mouth. You got a TikTok user doing the NPC challenge, trying to turn up on somebody who was picking at him. You got the government talking about UFOs are real. We see all the video footage on Instagram. And I'm not talking about Project Bluebeam that was written about in a book, that was written about on Behold the Pale Horse, with y'all fake holograms so y'all could fake an alien invasion, so y'all could put us on this 15-minute city lockdown and forced the jab on us. Nah, we ain't falling for that. And it then came out that the whole invasion in Iraq was fake. Trump revealed that there was no weapons of mass destruction. Come to find out, y'all are trying to get to the ancient artifacts from the Anunnaki and the Sumerians that were over there. You got Crip Mac showing off Snoopy badass baby mama, which he just said on No Jumper that she's using him for clout and she wants to be a rapper. He got 3 babies with her, but he wouldn't give her no clout. Okay. Well, if you didn't have a failed career, maybe she'd be able to get some child support about you. But your career is nothing, so how can she use you for clout? Crip Mac definitely is going to pay for it like he did with Lily Cakes. You got a daredevil that jumped off the 68th floor and died, plummeted to his death. The streamer Speed in the hospital with a sinus infection, looking like he got stung by a bee on his eye. And his fans were trolling him. He's trying to get to so many streams and the number kept going down. You got DJ Envy caught up in a real estate scam. And once again, Ricky Rose, wants to troll him and kick him while he's down. Four from 9 Mag, Black Ink of Chicago, out here doing OnlyFans looking goofy, and his ex says she don't claim him. And you got Krishan Rock threatened to wet up the baby mama of Blueface new car. Yeah.
Y'all wanna play? Y'all wanna do this? Y'all wanna do that? Like, I won't shoot up your car. Like I won't take that bitch off out the driveway myself and out the driveway myself.
Just that fast, you get mad because she got a G-Wagon? Well, he said you ain't his chick because he can't control you and your money. You started doing deals behind his back. You wasn't there to get him out of jail after he took the charge for you in another state and got charged with a robbery in your fight. So, deal with it. He done helped her get 2 singles. She's doing little shows, making money off people calling her Stewie. Hey, it is what it is. You was always the side chick. You broke in his house, stole his car, got caught running back to Baltimore with some drugs. I think they said crack cocaine. I guess you was going to give it to your brother to sell or give it to your family members that's on dope. You tattooed yourself. You wrote, after you hurt yourself or harmed yourself breaking in the house, you wrote your name in blood and all this weirdo stuff. You tried to set his plaques on fire. You know, you gave him black eyes. You're always doing domestic violence to the boy. You always know they're going to go back to the baby mama. I don't know, you was delusional. You done put hands on his mama and his sister. You know, what did you think was going to happen? He made you have 3 abortions. You wanted to keep it. He offered you $100,000. You thought you can force that man to stay with you. You done lost a tooth just to be on his show. You done got plenty of replacement teeth and you still won't put the tooth in your mouth. You're living nasty. They done said you was nasty on the show. You don't clean up after yourself. And then he revealed what it looks like when the laundry needs to be done. And we definitely know you can't cook and you're always drinking. I mean, what you doing for the man other than bringing drama? Come on now.